Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. We took down Galahad and now we're ready to report back into the captain that threat to his alliance is out of the way. We'll see where things go from there.
Oh, look who's here. How's the destiny of the South graced my humble abode?
Galahad is dead. I did my part. Now tell me about Excalibur. What will happen now with the Horns of the South? Galahad is dead.
That's wonderful news. You have no idea what a favor you've done for the South. Now we'll finally be independent and safe.
Why did Galahad have to die? We did kind of cover that.
Because sometimes the best defense is a good offense. We were backed into a corner. You know, it was us or him. First off, he represented Camelot, and we're done with their influence. No more of their wars. Second, after the massacre of One Eye's tribe, his death was convenient for both of us. And when the tribes finally unite and come down from the mountains, there's a good chance they might leave us alone. He figured me out. He knew what I'd discovered, and he wanted to stop me. And trust me, what I found is going to change the South's history.
What did you discover?
Proof that Camelot is rotten to the core, and that allying with the tribes is the right choice. I didn't plan to tell you, but my one-eyed friend convinced me. Since you took down Galahad, you deserve to know.
Okay.
As a reward for your help, I'll share this secret with you.
I'm listening. I'm just here for Excalibur. The rest is your problem. Do I need to do something for you again? I'm listening. We can ask if he needs anything more from us later. I want to know what you found out.
Here, take this seal. In the sunken village, you'll find the entrance to Sewal's crypt.
Yes.
Everyone knows the story of how the evil druid sealed and flooded the place. It's true. Well, at least part of it. But the real story is why they sealed and flooded it. One Eye broke the old seals and replaced them with his own. If you want to see what Camelot was so desperate to hide, you'll find your answers there. They thought drowning a village would keep it secret.
What more do I need to know?
Behind the statue, you'll find where to use the seal. Once you do, you'll see that history is very different from what we've been telling ourselves. If that doesn't convince you that Camelot's foundations are more crap-colored than tinged with ivory, then nothing will. I won't tell you anything more. I'd hate to spoil the surprise.
Okay. So, one thing to consider, though, is if he's broken the seal and then put his own, he could have also gone in there after breaking the seal and planted evidence or changed things. So, I'm guessing the story doesn't seem to be based around that, where you can't trust what people say. Most people seem to be pretty honest. But from a logical standpoint, I can't trust it. I shouldn't trust it. Alright, I'll go check Sewal's tomb.
I'll catch up with you later, and we'll talk. I'm sure you'll understand exactly what I mean.
I'm still also curious about Excalibur. You made me a promise? No? Okay. We'll go check out Sewal's tomb first. I mean, I was curious about that as well. Because we found that area before and heard that we needed to bring back Sewal's sword to be able to see whatever was locked away. So hopefully when I do this... Still it's stealing. Come on, guys. But yeah, hopefully when we do this next time I meet the captain, he will actually answer my question about Excalibur.
Idle hands make dull warriors.
Kind of want to talk to everyone else and see if things have changed. Or if plans are moving forward, something. But alright. Oh, we can see where our little pet is. Alright, I guess let's head to the sunken village. We'll probably have to fight our way through because it always respawns drowners. Yep, every time. I think we needed more drowner tongues. Oh, I also need more bones and skulls, if I recall, for one of my craftings. So, yeah. You're just undead, not drowners. But you will have bones. I don't know that I need the monster blood. But I guess it doesn't matter. Like, yes, I had lots of it, but realistically, it doesn't actually weigh much. If I start getting to, like, 100 of them or some crazy number like that, then sure, it could be a real problem. Ooh, good crit. I am seeing a question mark I want to figure out. Let's get rid of all these other enemies. Oh, hi there. Oh, okay. Okay, just launched you. I should probably summon minions, since they can keep me safe and they help with regen. Oh, hi there, you. I do like that this spell seems to have some amount of lock-on. It's not perfect, but better than the flame spell. Come on, where are your bones? And skulls. Oh, hi there. Not gonna bother going up there to hunt down your gear, but just figured I'd deal with you. Alright, and I'm still not going to bother killing you guys. But yeah, this was saying it wanted us to put in the sword. But instead we need One-Eye's sigil, apparently.
I know this place. I remember it. Although my memory is still clouded.
Tell me what you remember.
I was here with Merlin. We had a disagreement about something important. It was here that the idea of how to end the war with the Four Dwellers first took shape. But what happened next is still unclear. I don't remember. And yet, I know it had something to do with Sewal, a place of his eternal rest. But something is wrong. It doesn't feel like a tomb. Be cautious.
Yeah, because the official statement is that they laid him to rest here, and then they locked like 6 of his other knights in here with him for some reason, while still alive. But the whole thing felt weird. And now you're saying it's not actually a tomb. So then what is it? What are these? They've got people in them. Or undead, or bodies at least. Ooh, we do have enemies that we can see on our compass. I was gonna say here's 6, but there's more. Unless these are the 6 knights and that's Sewal. Barely legible ancient scroll. And thus spake Arthur, Sewal, this land I do give unto thee to govern and protect, for thy courage and wisdom shall be the foundation of the south. A mighty fortress shalt thou raise, and defend the south with all thy strength, that thy stronghold may be equal in greatness to Camelot. Guard the south with thy valiant breast, as thou hast guarded me. I now journey north, for those lands do call for my aid. Let my faithful Merlin aid thee with counsel in this darkest of hours. And Sewal didst reply, This Merlin is thy right hand, my lord, and his will I shall take as thine own. Doubt not my loyalty, O king, I shall do as thou hast asked. And Arthur did depart for the north, leaving his servant Merlin by Sewal's side, and the sorcerer illegible. Then Merlin took a great cauldron, black as night, and Sewal once more took the first step, as he did in days of yore, when first he set foot upon the shores of Avalon, and thus was the will of destiny fulfilled. So Merlin made some sort of potion for Sewal that Sewal took as the first step of something. I could take it, and I might. Arthur's Testament, signed copy. As Sewal proved himself to be of the highest loyalty, and the horns of the south are equal to Camelot, it is my will that Excalibur be guarded by the keepers of the south after my death. Let my sword rest in the courtyard of the horns, as a testament to the eternal friendship between our houses. In times of distress, my sword shall be drawn, but only by the one who proves themselves worthy. I entrust the secret of how to prove one's worth to the captain, and urge all captains that come after to pass on this knowledge to their successors, until comes the day when the worthy one appears, and the secret is revealed to them. So help me, All-Mother, and all the gods of the homelands. So we need to do some task that proves ourselves the worthy one, so that we are able to draw Excalibur. And I'm guessing this is Sewal. Whatever that means.
You are not him. You are different.
Who are you? Why did One Eye reseal your tomb? Who are you?
I am Sewal Firstfoot, the one who scouted the land before the traitor Arthur set foot on it.
Traitor. Traitor? Sewal Firstfoot, the founder of the Horns of the South? Why do you call Arthur a traitor?
I was loyal. I was devoted. Arthur wanted more. Arthur betrayed me.
The founder of the first Horns of the South?
Yes, it is my legacy. The jewel of the South, the safe haven of honorable men.
A lot has changed. The Horns of the South remain strong. A lot has changed. I want to know about this betrayal. So, from what we've read, you were left behind with Merlin. Arthur went forward to fight, and we don't know what happened from there. What makes you think I'm a traitor? That's what I want to know. A lot has changed.
I've been here for so long. It doesn't matter anymore.
Why did One Eye reseal your tomb?
The Dalriata promised me revenge. They understand what happened here. Everyone who comes here has the right to ask.
Tell me what happened here.
I was the most loyal of Arthur's men. I was the first to go ashore and take on any danger that might arise in this new and unfamiliar land. Then came the war. I fought by his side, shielded him with my own body. I trusted him. But Arthur wanted more.
Arthur longed to possess a power equal to that of our enemies. So Merlin decided our king must first become immortal. Only then could he achieve greatness. But Merlin needed volunteers. Trusted people to go first to make sure that his methods were effective. So we wouldn't risk Arthur's life in trying to grant him immortality.
Okay.
They thought I had died, so they buried me.
The experiment was a success, and they didn't notice? You counted on Arthur to make sure you were dead, and he left you. The experiment was a success, and they didn't notice?
Arthur's greed and Merlin's obsession made me what I am now. Arthur should have made sure. They thought I was dead, but I heard everything. I know there were others after me. I know that the king didn't hesitate to do anything to achieve his goal. He experimented on all the knights, abusing their oath. He told them it was for the greater good. Their lives, our lives, meant nothing to him.
I don't know how it's supposed to prove Camelot's treachery. What's the betrayal? The king did what he deemed necessary to win the war. I mean, there's a certain side of it of in war, you do, like, lines are crossed in war that wouldn't be acceptable outside of war. And soldiers do follow orders, putting their lives at risk for the good of the overall mission. So it definitely seems like Arthur went a little far. But I'm also seeing that depending on the reasons, depending on... this is possibly justifiable, is what I'm saying. Like, it could be going too far, but just the fact that your life was risked as a soldier, a knight of Camelot. I don't know. I don't know how it's supposed to prove Camelot's treachery. Yeah, tell me more. I guess I want more information.
Arthur doomed his people to eternal suffering. Their names forgotten. Their loyalty abused. He sacrificed the lives of the noblest of men. And this is the greatest possible betrayal.
If he didn't know, like, that's what you were claiming, is that he didn't know you were still alive. He should have made sure. If he thought you were dead, then, again, I don't know that it's necessarily his fault that you ended up trapped here eternally, aware and alive. How does One Eye want to help you?
We cannot be helped. We cannot be killed. The Dalriata promised to burn down Camelot, avenge the memory of all my brothers. Camelot was built on betrayal. People have the right to live in truth. But when Camelot falls, we will finally be free. Build a new world. Let the dead leave this one.
I don't know, man. The fact that you are apparently cursed with immortality. Yeah, that's terrible. But I don't see how killing Camelot helps with that. Like, yeah, they've done terrible things, sure. Maybe there's corruption there, but it's not going to help you. Camelot dying doesn't save you. It doesn't free your curse, to what you've said. So, it's just you're wanting revenge. And I'm never really down with revenge for the sake of revenge. It's like killing a lot of people without actually making anything better.
Avenge us.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's talk to Arthur, see his thoughts on it. And I guess I will steal these. Can I talk to the rest of you? No, only Sewal wants to talk. So yeah. I guess the Sewal and the 6 knights that were locked down here forever are the ones that were made immortal when they realized they were immortal. They then just locked them all away. But again, his thing of everyone got forgotten and abused. And it's like, your name is still honored. People still love you, Sewal. Hi, enemies on my compass. No, so you guys are just the same ones praying, not actually attacking. Hey, Brendan. Hi? Why are you listed as an enemy?
And? What do you think?
I have no idea what it was supposed to prove. It really seems that Camelot isn't what it claims to be, and it never was. Yeah, I'm a bit mixed. I still want more information. I have no idea what it was supposed to prove.
Well, look at it this way. Sewal, the founder of the famous stronghold in the south, Arthur's legendary aide and his trusted friend in reality, meant nothing to him. I feel bad for him, when I think about it, 600 years spent in a tomb, fully aware. But what does it matter? I mean, perhaps it doesn't matter to you or me, but there are people who'll be shattered by it. It'll open their eyes and disprove everything they believed in until now. I couldn't come up with it if I tried. I didn't even have to try because it's all true. To some extent, at least.
To some extent, at least. Yeah, it means that the history Camelot is claiming isn't 100% true. Sure. It means that they were willing to do experimentation on their knights, even really high-ranking knights. Sure. I don't know why it was so important that Arthur become immortal. Was it worth the sacrifice of the soldiers? Who knows? It really seems that Camelot isn't what it claims to be, and it never was. I don't think it's as clear-cut as you make it out to be. Yeah, even you don't seem super sold on how terrible it is. You're more focused on the fact that this can be used to rally against Camelot, not that you yourself are upset against Camelot for the reason. But at this point, we've basically already decided to side against Camelot by killing Galahad. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not as clear-cut as you make it out to be, but also, yeah, Camelot's not what it claims to be, and probably never fully was. Like this shining beacon of perfection that they want people to see them as. It really seems that Camelot isn't what it claims to be, and it never was.
They're just fools. Somebody made a stupid mistake in the past. Somebody else decided to cover it up.
Yeah.
Somebody came up with traditions and stories to mask what was done. And for hundreds of years, fools were eating it up because the lies were easier to believe. Really, there's no point in invoking tradition any longer, because it's worth shit. The only thing that matters is safety and loyalty towards the one who can provide it. And honestly, I don't believe the ones running this entire circus will protect anyone but themselves.
That is the problem. We saw with Galahad that they're not here to protect the Horns of the South and its people. They're there to protect Camelot's interests, and they're willing to burn anyone and everyone on this island to protect their own interests. And they don't really care about these people. Well, what now? Why did you want me to see this?
Well, now we found ourselves in what I'd probably call a clusterfuck.
Sure.
And somehow you unwittingly became the most important person in the region. Because your decision will change how the entire situation unfolds. You see, my boys from the Horns of the South are split down the middle. Some will back me, but others won't, understand what I'm trying to do. The latter, like Feargas, are the traditionalists, and they know me a little bit too well. If I came to them with this revelation, they'd think it was a conspiracy. But if someone from the outside, someone Feargas trusts, steps in and convinces him, you see where I'm going with this.
Okay, makes sense. You want me to help you convince Fergus? It looks like a conspiracy to me too. I mean, it is a conspiracy, but unlike a lot of conspiracy theories, Sewal's actually alive in this tomb and we can talk to him. So I'm willing to explain to Fergus what's going on. The whole fight against Camelot, side with the Dalrita, that's something you're going to have to really convince him on. But the fact that there's shadows in Camelot's past, yeah, I can tell Fergus about what's down here in Sewal's tomb. I'll help you convince Fergus.
That's what I wanted to hear. I knew I could count on you. Go talk to Feargas, get him to visit this place. After you're done, please visit me in the temple. I just hope Feargas shows some sense and doesn't let his pride take over.
Okay. Yeah, seeing him listed as an enemy, I was like, oh no. He led us here and now I have to go kill him. Are there... No. I'm still on the lookout for more skulls and bones for crafting. I think there should be some around, probably, but oh well. So we gotta go to the Horns of the South, convince Fergus to visit here. After Fergus visits here, then go back to the temple, talk to the captain, where hopefully he will give us the instructions of how to prove ourselves worthy so that we can draw Excalibur. I think that's everything. Well, let's place a bonfire so we can talk to Arthur about what we just found. So we'll have a lot to say about you.
It was the most painful thing I heard. I didn't know. I had no idea this is what happened to him.
You didn't know, or you didn't want to know? As king, it was your job to know. I mean, I guess that's the thing. Arthur ordered them... Apparently, from what we know, Arthur... At least from the writing that was down there, all Arthur said is follow what Merlin says, and then he took off to war in the north. And it seems like Merlin then was the one who said, hey, I want to figure out this immortality to help Arthur, drink this potion, and got them all trapped here. As far as we know, all of this was done while Arthur was nowhere nearby when he was fighting his war in the north. Which would explain why he doesn't know. And in which case, I don't think he's necessarily at fault. This seems like a Merlin plan that went poorly. And then Camelot, whether that's Merlin or other advisors, wanted to cover it all up. Maybe Arthur's the one who ordered it to do the testing on all the knights, but we don't know. You didn't know, or you didn't want to know?
There were other things that required my attention. We were losing the war. I was needed everywhere. I should have paid more attention to what Merlin was doing. I shouldn't have let go.
Yeah, so it sounds like maybe Arthur gave vague direction and Merlin took it too far. And now people are blaming Arthur for that, which he was king. Depending on what his orders were, Merlin may have been trying to follow the orders. Or maybe Merlin went farther than Arthur intended. We don't know yet. But the fact that Arthur has lost a bunch of his memories makes it hard for us to know exactly what the living Arthur was really thinking and doing at the time. We just know what this one says, and we have to trust that what he's telling us is even the truth. Which, as I've stated before, this game doesn't seem to be about lies and half-truths from the characters that talk, so I'm assuming what Arthur tells us is the truth from his perspective. But who knows? Well, let's get back to the teleporter. We can go back to the Horns of the South and talk to the quartermaster, Fergus, and see if we can convince him. But the fact that Galahad's dead now means that there's probably going to be a war regardless. So we are on a bit of a time crunch to try and get everyone on side that we can. I have been looking for you, random priest. Where have you hidden the last few times I wandered around? Do you have anything else going on?
About what you showed me. Thank you for trusting me.
Why the sudden change? I thought you didn't believe me.
I heard rumors a long time ago, back when I was still an acolyte, about the sealed, pitch-black dungeons from which you could hear howling, rattling of chains, and other mysterious noises every night. The mere description of them could frighten a young man. Back then, I thought it was nothing but a tale to scare new adepts into obedience. But several years ago, a traveler came here. He was looking for information about his pregnant wife. She was supposed to go to the island asylum to treat the early symptoms of the Red Death, and we were already quite adept at suppressing those. No wonder her husband was hoping for her safe return. But if she never came back and vanished without a trace, well, it made me wonder. And now this letter. I've decided I can't keep turning a blind eye to what's been happening. It's against the word.
We did hear about the pregnant woman there. Catherine and her son died in the dungeons. I saw the remains. Get Father Vaughn's notes and the old letter. Did you come to any conclusions? Yeah, let's give that information.
That's very bad. More evidence that both you and the letter are telling the truth. Her husband is probably around 50 years old now. He came from Quanacht. So if you ever meet him, please pass this information on to him. And assure him that old Regan from the Horns of the South offers any support he may need.
Okay, so that was a long time ago. So did you come to any conclusions?
Ah, yes. I wrote to the prior to send another acolyte in my place. I told them I wanted to end my service and retire. But, well, in truth, I'll go to the prior with the letter you gave me. It's time to honor the memory of Father Leon and bring this matter to an end. To do justice to all those suffering in torment in the island asylum. In the meantime, I am still at your service, my child. What can I do for you today?
Yeah, so the main reason I wanted to talk to him before.
Kai's blessings know no bounds, but sometimes it's useful to seal them in a handy flask.
He sold monster brains, and so that was one of the things I was needing for some crafting stuff. Ooh, magical healing. Interesting. So the cost of a healthy chunk of mana, we could get back a significant portion of our health instantly. Is the thought. But I'd have to switch
May Kai's word always guide you.
equipment
In
sets.
the word, you will find solace.
Well, cool. Fergus. Hi there. I've got to talk to you. I've discovered something you need to know.
Oh, really? And here I thought the Horns of the South had no secrets left to hide from me. But go ahead. Surprise me.
Sewal's tomb has a hidden entrance. You can meet him there. That would be a hard sell to convince someone.
Have I ever mentioned I'm not a big fan of your sense of humor? Now, tell me what you really want, or walk away. In silence, preferably.
It's true. Merlin experimented on Sewal, so he never died. If you'd prefer to stay ignorant, that's your choice. Yeah, Merlin experimented on Sewal, so he never died.
This isn't funny. I'm no Galahad, burning people at the stake for heresy, but I don't appreciate this kind of behavior either. Still, judging by the look on your face, you actually believe you've stumbled onto something important. All right then. I'll go and check it out. See what's got you so worked up. It might even be nice to get out of here for a change.
I'm surprised you were willing to
What you
leave.
wanted me to see. We need to talk. Honestly, I'm not sure what to think. Everything I believed has been seriously challenged. I need some time to get used to it. Why did you show this to me? Because it could be that I'd be better off not knowing. What they did to Sewal is unthinkable and absolutely unforgivable. What will the other keepers say? What will happen to the Horns of the South? And what about Camelot? Everything we believed was a lie.
Okay. Yeah, he was unwilling to leave or let any of his people leave because the captain forbid them. And then I show up and say, check out Sewal's tomb. And suddenly he's fine just heading out. It's just a bit of a surprise. But also, he's taking this like a lot of other people. And the captain seems to think people will, that this is a huge proof of Camelot being corrupt. I didn't quite see it that way. But that seems to be the direction the game wants us to see it, is that Sewal being down there proves Camelot's doing terrible, corrupt things. I see it as proof that Merlin went a little too far. And whether that was with Camelot or Arthur's approval, we don't really know. At least not yet. What you believed and what you did with that belief are two entirely different things. You should put your faith in the future, not your past. I don't know what this top statement's trying to say. What you believed and what you did with that belief are two entirely different things. That sounds like it'd be insulting. Like you believed one thing, but you did horrible actions or something. Your actions are not matching up to your belief, seems like what it's saying. You should put your faith in the future, not your past. I mean, that's kind of the direction we're hoping to push for of, yes, your past is you allied with Camelot, but now look to your future. Where do you think you should go with it? Put your faith in the future, not your past.
You're right. In the end, it doesn't matter what Camelot was back then. What matters is what we are now. And we did everything in our power to keep the South safe. And to keep our lighthouse on through every storm. But this will be the end of the Horns of the South. No young man will join our ranks when hundreds of years of our history are gurgling down the drain.
You can create a new myth. Wait, is that statement of don't look to the past, look to the future, was that me telling him that ignore the corruption of the past and focus on keeping with Camelot? Because that's not how I interpreted that. But it seems like we're trying to convince him to stick with Camelot, which is super not how I interpreted that message. But yeah, that you can create a new myth. Create new lies to make this okay. This is not the direction I'm wanting this to go. I'm hoping I'm misunderstanding.
Any ideas?
You're the fortress that stood up against Camelot's corruption and got rid of Galahad. Okay, no. Never mind. So yes, that's kind of what we're aiming for. Okay, I think we're fine. You're the one who found a way to forge peace with the tribes. Nobody believed it possible. Also fair, you didn't let the past break you. You decided to remake your own future. I don't know if you want to go so far as to... I don't know if he's comfortable going far enough to claim just direct 180, we turned against Camelot and killed Galahad. But the possibility of forging peace, I think, is a neutral ground that he would potentially accept. Because supposedly they're already theoretically on friendly terms with the Dalrida, except the more radical elements of it. So, him claiming that he's just forging greater peace with the tribes, I think is fine. I don't know if we can go through all of these, but I think that's one that's easiest to sell him on. You're the ones who found a way to forge peace with the tribes. Nobody believed it was possible.
It sounds better than the alternative. That we're a bunch of fools believing in children's fables of knightly honor, valor, and purity. And we'll have to give everyone some hope to cling to after the truth about Sewal comes out. All right. I assume Brandon put you up to this, so you can go and congratulate him. He won. I'll support this case, if only for the safety and well-being of our boys. I don't have to like it one bit, but I can try to make it easier for the garrison.
Okay. Based on how they were phrasing things, I was worried that we were suddenly siding with Camelot. And it's like, that's clearly not the direction we've been going with things. Let's see if there's anyone else to talk to besides just going back. Nope, just
off you go.
Opening your shop. I don't know if we have any more bandits to turn in.
Please, stay.
We do not.
Bandits feet.
I do not. Okay, no, I think there's nothing really else to do here. So all that's left is to get back to the temple. And hey, we've managed to forge that piece that you guys were aiming for. So well done us. I wonder if you have anything more to say about all of this. I doubt it.
You must really like it here, huh?
It's not bad. I'm only here because I have to be. It's not bad.
It's strange. I've spent most of my life barely seeing anybody who was an evoker, let alone anybody outside Dalrida. And I definitely haven't met many people willing to come up and chatter endlessly at me.
You could say I'm a bit of an odd duck. Sounds like a lonely life. Sounds like a lonely life.
Or maybe yours is too crowded.
Fair. Why don't you tell me more about the Vulkar? Why did you decide to follow One Eye? Tell me more about the Vulkar.
Why? My tribe is lost. They've been stumbling around in the dark for years. I tried to push them, to remind them of our pride, to make something out of them again. But when even my own sister turned her back on me, I gave up. One Eye's campaign felt like a gift for mother. First one since I was born.
You have a sister. You seem to have a complicated relationship with your goddess. You have a sister?
Aye, an older one. I thought she'd help me bring the Vulkar back to what we used to be. But she turned out just like the rest of them. She only cared about her books, no the tribe. We fought about it so much, until I finally told her to leave. And she just did. Never even looked back.
You seem to have a complicated relationship with your goddess.
My tribe believes Mother has abandoned us. That we deserve it. Maybe they're right. But I don't think the answer is just to give up and wait for death. We need to prove that we're worthy of being her children again. And I believe the best way to do that is by breaking Camelot's grip on Avalon.
Fair. Why did you decide to follow One Eye?
Because he has a goal that's worth fighting for. And he plans to achieve it. After living in a tribe with no direction, no ambition. It's refreshing. I'm not here to seek an honourable death. I want a better life, one with real meaning. Otherwise, I'll be nae better than the rest of my kin.
It's fair.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I can get that. Just wanting something better than pointless fights just for the sake of wanting to die in battle. Though this is one heck of a fight you've chosen to go against Camelot. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. Next time we'll head in and talk to the captain and hopefully figure out how to draw Excalibur. Whatever we have to do to prove ourselves worthy. For now though, thank you for watching and I'll see you guys then. Bye.